Hello and welcome back to my channel. And I'm here today with a really fun project and fun collaboration. My friend Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life is having another one of her gorgeous and fun 30 Days of Sketches event. And I think this one is number 3. I'll put the hashtag down in the description box below. I think it's number 3. And she very kindly asked me to participate again in this series. And I love doing these. So here is the sketch that Christy sent me. And I'm going to try and see if I can add it as a picture to the end. I don't know. I know how to do the thumbnail thing, but somehow I never seem to be able to add another photo. But here, so I'm putting it up here closer so that hopefully you can see it. If you want to take a minute to pause the video and take a screenshot of this sketch. Otherwise, for sure, I will go on over and I will put the sketch in Instagram, on my Instagram feed, and in the Mercy Tiara 27-day challenge and the Rediscover Your Stash Facebook group. Anyway, so this is so very exciting because I love sketches. As you know, I love playing with sketches and interpreting sketches. And it is also for my Kill a Kit with Style for May, which is all about this lovely paper pad that my friend Helen in the UK sent me. If you just go back to my kit share, you will see that awesome paper pad that she sent me. And then it was Helen's birthday in April, and Helen and I send each other some happy mail every once in a while. And she sends me some gorgeous photos. So I thought, what better, since I'm doing a sketch using her awesome happy mail, than to scrap a photo of Helen and her 2 boys, her 2 little pookies. So I sent her off a message last week and I said, do you mind being plastered all over YouTube? And of course, she's a trooper. She's a fun team player. So she said, no, I'm not shy. So there we go. So here you go, Helen. Here is my layout celebrating yours and Buddy and Elvis's Christmas. So there you go. So you can see that I stayed fairly close to the sketch, but I always need to do a little bit of interpretation. Is this not, are these 2 knots just so cute? Look at them. Just look at them. Oh, and my friend is really cool too. So there you go. So I stayed pretty close. Now, really what I wanted to do here with this big circle, and I think this is what I'm proudest of in this layout, is I really didn't want it to be patterned paper or stenciling, but this gave me a little bit of an idea of stitching. And Christy, I don't know, but it seems every time I do one of your 30 days of sketches, I do stitching. You make me stitch. Thank you. I think. Thank you. So, but I didn't really, in all honesty, stitching this entire circle was a little bit daunting to me. So here's where I'm a little bit proud. I took this 49 and Market Captured Adventures stamp that I had received in one of my Secret Not Secret kit clubs. In fact, I took this one. I took this stamp and I put it on my block in a circle. See, so I just took it and put it on my block and sort of did a circle. There you go. You see, I just did that and I stamped it a few times using basic gray ink from Stampin' Up. So I basically stamped it around, and then as you can see with this stamp, there is an area here where it is double, and then there is an area at the end where this particular pattern sort of goes out a little bit more. So in those areas, that's where I found that in those areas, with just the single little pattern line, I would do some stitching. So I just did a basic, is this a cross stitch? A basic cross stitch here. And I don't think I actually noticed this when I was making my holes, that these were a lot smaller and tighter than these. I don't know, didn't really do that on purpose, but I kind of like it. I kind of like the outcome. And then once I had done the red stitching, I found that I wanted to get a little bit of this teal color in there, and that there was a little bit of a gap. So I took advantage of that gap, and then here I just did a basic, I think you call it back stitch, just a basic back stitch. So got my lovely little circle. So I'm really, really quite chuffed with how that turned out, and I kind of love it. Then I found, so here there was maybe a little bit of embellishment. There was this lovely cluster here, and then there was obviously some splatters here, and this would be the main embellishment with the title block. So this is where I changed things a little bit. I moved the title block up a little bit. I did more of a cluster, although I did do some mixed media here. And this cluster, I guess I stayed a little bit closer to. But what I found here was that the white background was maybe a little bit stark, and a little simple, and it didn't go with all the cheerfulness of the photo, the cheerfulness of my friend Helen. So I put, I used this stamp here, which is sort of like just a splatter stamp, and a mint, aqua mint teal colored ink, and I splattered in 3 places. Then here I also used a little bit more pattern paper here. I think here there are basically just 2 strips of pattern paper, and then this I guess could be a stamp or pattern paper. So I sort of took that area here with, but then I, at the bottom, which is there, made it another pattern paper element, and then this sort of white space here bothered me a little bit since I wasn't doing a large item in the corner of the photo as is here. So I put another piece of pattern paper here. I did a little bit of a fishtail banner here, added a piece of chipboard here, and then titled this simply Christmas Joy. Then down here, I repeated the stamping, and this is using this stamp where I used a little bit of both the red and the teal color, and I stamped this to be a little bit of the background instead of splatters. Since this sort of mimicked splatters, I wanted something a little bit softer here, so I used this stamping and then built a little cluster on top here with some of the same pattern paper, a little banner, some of the pattern paper here. I used 2 of my lovely flair from Cuts to Love because I've sent some of these flair to Helen. I did, in fact, I think, send her some of the Christmas ones. I had also sent a special order of both Buddy and Elvis, I think is it for Christmas last year. And then I suddenly realized that I had no more doggy ones. I only had kitty ones. And I know Helen always, you know, sends her regards to my little Chopin, but I didn't think I was going to put kitty flair on here, but I really wanted critter ones. So I went and I got some critter ones, and they are wearing little Christmas hats, just like Helen is wearing. So these are from Cuts to Love, and I'm very sad to see, I popped on over to her Etsy shop, and it seems to have disappeared. For a while, it said that she was on hiatus, but now the shop seems to have disappeared. So I'm a little sad about that because she had the most awesome flair. So all of these papers come from my May How to Kill a Kit with Style. These lovely little glittery bits were just in my scrap bowls. And of course, I've not done any journaling on here, but I've left some space if Helen wants to write a little bit of journaling. I will just be writing a lovely little note here on the back to you, Helen. So there you go. So let's go back and look at this sketch. I can't wait to see what Christy has done with that today. There's probably stitching there too. Nobody does stitching like Christy. Well, maybe Daisy. Daisy and Christy probably do the most awesome stitching out there. So more than likely there might be some stitching. And I think I'm going to redo this sketch, and I'm going to do it this way, with a 4x6 photo this way. What do you think? And a nice little cluster down here. Would you like to see that? If I do that, I will come back, show you, and still use the hashtag. So there you go, Helen. I hope you like your layout, my lovely friend. I will be getting it into the post for you soon. And I love the photo, and I love how this came out. Go on down, go see Christy's take on it. Follow along for all 30 days. Christy will be doing a layout a day, and she has a special guest every single day. So go on over and see. Come back and see what else I get done with How to Kill a Kit with Style for this month. See you soon. Thanks again, Christy. Talk to you soon. Bye.